Today I'm going to do a follow-up on this raging wildfire that's burning just over the ridge there behind us. So stay tuned. Hello folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen. Trying out the new camera equipment and the new audio, so we'll see how it goes with this production. But I wanted to share with you guys the updates on the wildfire that we're dealing with again here. This is August 3rd, 2019. The temperatures are climbing up to 100 degrees and the wind's going to pick up here in a few hours or so. And yeah, this fire sparked yesterday about 2 o'clock. There was some marijuana growers that were doing other than growing their marijuana, which is perfectly legal in Oregon, with a couple of exceptions. But apparently they were producing oil or cooking something, a butane burner blew up or something like that. But anyway, it ignited the structure that they were in and spread to the nearby woods. Some firefighters happened to be passing by at the time of the explosion, so they were able to somewhat get a handle on the fire, but it did get away from them because of the nature of the dry conditions and steep terrain here. Right now they have about 8 crews of 20-man teams working on the fire. They have 6 smaller planes, another type of plane. I'm not sure what that means by what they say those planes are for, but they do have a big air tanker, at least 2 big air tankers dropping on there, and several helicopters, including these Erickson air crane helicopters and this Crowman helicopter. And both the Crowman and the Erickson air crane are manufactured at 2 different facilities just within a mile of each other nearby where I live. So they manufacture these and they ship them out all over the world. It's a really cool airship that does heavy lifting and logging operations as well. Now I want to point out that this ridge behind us has been on fire before last year. We called it the Ramsey Canyon Fire, and it was very explosive. This is some video from last year at night, and it gives you the intensity of how much it burned. But this fire is actually, I found out, across the street and burning in an area that has not burned for some years. The last time that butte burnt, we had to escape, flee from this farm with our lives. We had already pre-evacuated from a previous fire that was on this mountain some years ago, the Ramsey Canyon mountain. And then another fire broke out a month later when we were getting ready to unevacuate when the other fire broke out, and both fires sent us packing. So we relocated. The area I'm standing on is Acorn Acres. I have another video channel about this farm, and this is where my daughter lives. So we're really concerned too about the wind picking up, spreading smoldering embers over here. As you can see, the dry grasses are prime fuel for igniting, and there's no way of escape. Once this grass gets ignited, it explodes. There is nothing, you can't run from it. It just goes too fast, especially swept by the wind. So for the most part, we've tried to keep fuels cleared away from the dwellings and created some fire buffers here on the farm, as well as down at my place at at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Now this is only the second day of the fire. They've been working on it all night. One firefighter was injured and airlifted to the local hospital, where he is recovering from serious injuries. So with the steep terrain and these old logs and other dangerous debris tumbling down the hillsides, it makes it really dangerous for these firefighters. I'm not sure if my son has been pulled off the 97 fire, milepost 97 fire, and put on this one. We haven't heard from him in a day or two, but he'll let us know where he's at, and we'll figure out from there. I also just discovered they moved the evacuation area farther down the road this way, which is just right up at the end of our road, not too far from us. So they've got level 1 evacuation notice for about from this point right here to over here, all the homes along there at the base of this mountain ridge. And we are just a mile from that. This home site is a mile from it also, so it can get really close. And like I said, if the wind builds up and carries smoldering embers into this dry grass, this could be a casualty of that fire as well. So we've got level 3 evacuations, which is get out now. There is no waiting. You've got to go now. There's about a 10-mile stretch of the road where they are actually level 3. Level 2 is get ready to go, and level 1 is get ready. Level 2 is be packed up, everything loaded up, and at a moment's notice, get out of Dodge. Number 3 is there's no waiting. You got to just drop what you're doing and get. Some of you may be wondering about the livestock. Folks up here are loading up their animals now, and they're getting them moved right now to a safer location, especially the bigger animals. I have a small homestead, just ducks, chickens, geese, turkeys, and 1 pig, so they're relatively easy to move, and there's so few of them. So we're going to wait till level 2 to get ready to go, and there's some volunteer organizations. We just pick up the phone, call them, and they seem to team up with a trailer and help us move them. So we're going to wait till level 2. And I'm also going to go ahead and hook up the 5th wheel to the truck and get that ready to evacuate in once we get to the level 1. If we get to level 1, I'll move the trailer. That way I don't have to worry about it. And that way it's set up the location. And level 2 is we can work on getting the animals moved and getting some other stuff out of the way. And level 3, of course, if we suddenly get to level 3, it's just us getting out. And that's it. All this stuff will burn. I'm insured. We could rebuild. We just want to save our lives. So that's the update on the fire. Stay tuned for more updates. I'll keep you guys updated as long as this fire is going. I took today off work because of the volatility and the close proximity to our homestead this is. I went ahead and sent my mother-in-law to town. She took a couple of bags with her, and she's going to be down at her stepdaughter's house. And so we don't have to worry about her for the day. But we'll see how it goes later on. But yeah, I just took the day off from work so I can deal with this. This is kind of stressful, but we deal with this a few times every year. And this is something we never get used to. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is at Pine Meadows Hobby Farms channel. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and please do stay tuned for more updates. I will be keeping you guys posted, and if warranted, I'll update another posting tonight. If not, I'll just update another one tomorrow. I do intend to go to work tomorrow because hopefully look at this fire under control, and I'll feel at peace not to have to miss any more work. Please stay tuned for more videos. You could do that by subscribing if you haven't already, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them, and also helping out our channel greatly by giving me a thumbs up and leaving a question or a comment. I do enjoy reading your questions and comments, and clicking that share button and sharing our video channel on your social media platforms. That helps us out greatly. It introduces our channels to new audiences that wouldn't otherwise know that we exist. And also, you can follow me on social media. I'm currently posting to Facebook under Gerald Hansen or Jerry Hansen, and I'm under Pine Meadows Hobby Farm at Pinterest, Reddit, Blogger, and I'm on Tumblr and LinkedIn and Parler.com. We'll see you guys in the next update. Bye-bye.